never too late.
I guarantee you it'll help you.
It will change your life.
It turned my life around.
You can find peace.
Never thought I could feel this good.
Walk through those doors, take the step.
Go get help. It's the best and bravest thing you could ever do.
Treatment works.
The Upper Peninsula's new CBS station, WZMQ 19.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Kevin Hodge. Tonight on your WZMQ 19 News, the Michigan Supreme Court visits Marquette for a hearing where members of the public, including students, had the chance to see how they work. Plus, one of those justices is campaigning to keep her seat after being appointed by Governor Whitmer in January of last year. And the Harris-Walz campaign stops in Lansing today, pushing for voters to vote for candidates supporting reproductive freedom. Your 19 News at 6 starts now.
Live from the UP, this is WZMQ 19 News at 6.
It's not as warm as it used to be, but air, let me tell you, I kind of like it actually. It's not like we're in those freezing temperatures yet.
No, but it is sweater weather, and I'm all about that. Look at these clouds also over Lake Michigan. Speaking of sweater weather, look at our temperatures currently in the 60s. They're going to dip down again this evening. Winds still fairly calm. Here's a look at those current conditions across the UP with the radar. Nice and dry. We're expecting a quiet pattern as we get further into the week here, but we've got a chance for fog again overnight. I'll tell you where we're expecting that, and then some isolated showers. We'll look at where that's happening as well.
All right, thank you, Air. The body of a kayaker that went missing last year has been found on Lake Superior in Ontonagon Township. Michigan State Police say the body of 74-year-old Ontonagon Township resident Dale Venema was found on Sunday. A medical examiner confirmed his identity today. Venema was believed to last be seen on July 24th of 2023 when another Ontonagon Township resident saw a kayaker heading onto Lake Superior. Later, they saw the kayak overturned. MSP wants to thank the residents and visitors of Ontonagon who provided information that helped lead to the recovery of the body. The entire Michigan Supreme Court was in Marquette today, where they gave the public a rare glimpse into how they operate. Our John Truitt was in the gallery and has this report.
Twice a year, the Michigan Supreme Court travels to various cities around the state to hear oral arguments in cases before them. The program is called Court Community Connections, where members of the public, including area high school students, were invited to witness the proceedings. The case before them is The People versus Jeffrey Armstrong, a case where the defendant is appealing a gun possession charge stemming from a 2020 incident in Detroit. While on an unrelated call, police officers smelled marijuana coming from the vehicle Armstrong was a passenger in. After asking the defendant to exit the vehicle, a handgun was found. Defense attorney Andrew Sullivan says it's a rare opportunity for these students.
Students seemed very engaged. They asked really good questions, so I appreciated that they've clearly been doing their homework.
The 7 high court justices heard from the prosecutor, the defense, and a lawyer representing the ACLU. High school junior Peyton Bednar enjoyed the experience.
Both sides had a lot of good points. I think the justices, really pounded them with some good questions, and I think it was very interesting, yeah.
Justice Kyra Bolden believes connecting with the community is essential.
We go different places in the state to make sure that the community understands what the Michigan Supreme Court is about and how we go about making determinations on our cases.
After the hearing and the Q&A, students were able to talk to the judges at a reception in their honor. In Marquette, John Truitt, WZMQ 19 News.
Justice Bolden is running for election. Justice Kyra Bolden was appointed by Governor Whitmer in January of 2023 and is now seeking a full term. Previously, Bolden was a Democrat member of the State House of Representatives and a lawyer in the Detroit area.
And before joining the court, I served in the legislature for 2 terms, serving on the Judiciary Committee the entire time. Before that, I was a civil litigation attorney as well as a judicial law clerk. And so I have seen the myriad of cases that Michigan can have, and I'm so honored to serve on the Michigan Supreme Court.
In her time on Michigan's highest court, Bolden authored 8 majority opinions. She lives in her hometown of Southfield with her husband and daughter. The Harris Walsh campaign's Reproductive Freedom Bus Tour made a stop in Lansing today. Gwen Walsh, wife of the vice presidential candidate and Michigan's Attorney General Dana Nessel, spoke with voters at Lansing Community College. With over 50 stops, the tour has traveled through battleground states, pushing people to vote for candidates that support reproductive health care protections.
Everyone should have the freedom to build our family as we choose. Or, and this is just as important, we should have the freedom to decide not to have children at all, too.
Tonight at 11:10 Central, we'll have more from today's rally and the other advocates who shared their stories. And developing now, thousands of people are fleeing Lebanon as fighting escalates between Israel and the Iran-backed militia group Hezbollah. Monday was the highest single-day death toll in Lebanon since the 2006 Israel-Hezbollah war. WZMQ 19 News Washington, D.C. correspondent Brendan Scanlon is live on Capitol Hill with the latest details and reaction from U.S. leaders. Brendan, good evening.
Hey there, Kevin. Good evening. Well, roughly 500 people were killed in Lebanon on Monday, including dozens of women and children. Now, Israel says they're continuing their fight against Hezbollah, a U.S.-designated terror organization, in order to degrade their military capabilities and prevent an attack similar to the one carried out by Hamas on October 7th.
From pager explosions to missile strikes and other targeted attacks, tension is boiling over between Israel and the Iranian-backed terror group Hezbollah. Targeted Israeli attacks in Lebanon Monday came after Hezbollah fired hundreds of rockets at Israel in response to last week's pager explosions. According to the Israeli government Tuesday, Israel had attacked 1,600 terror targets in Lebanon in the past 24 hours. So far, hundreds of civilians and Hezbollah leaders have been killed, with more than 1,000 injured.
The IDF has urged civilians to move out of harm's way.
Violence continued Tuesday as Israel targets Hezbollah leaders and weapons capable of hitting Israel.
Thousands of them, all located in the heart of civilian populations inside Lebanon, all of them prepared for immediate launch against Israel.
In Washington, Congressman Jack Bergman is among many lawmakers still standing strong with Israel in their fight against various Iran-backed proxies.
If they're left unchecked, they will destroy Israel. And Israel has a right to exist and has a right to defend itself.
This latest escalation as world leaders met in New York Tuesday. In his last speech to the United Nations General Assembly, President Joe Biden said a full-scale war is in no one's interest.
Even if the situation has escalated, a diplomatic solution is still possible.
And Kevin, the big concern here now is whether Iran will get directly involved, which would really expand this conflict. The Pentagon announced Monday that they are deploying more U.S. troops to the Middle East out of an abundance of caution. Reporting live on Capitol Hill for WZMQ 19 News, I'm Brendan Scanlon. Kevin, back to you.
All right, thanks very much, Brendan. Your first warning weather forecast is coming up after the break, plus a new place for wellness services in Manistee. We'll tell you about the LJ Aesthetic Studio when we come back.
John's Auto has been voted the #1 dealer to buy pre-owned vehicle for longer than I've been alive. If you're looking for a vehicle, or if you're looking for someone to help with your current car, or if you need to get yours looking like new again, come see us at John's Auto Sales and Service, Marquette.
I'm Melissa Slotkin, and I'm running to be your next U.S. Senator. My life in public service started on 9/11. I joined the CIA and served 3 tours in Iraq alongside our military. I came back to work in the White House for 2 presidents, 1 Democrat, 1 Republican, serving whoever was my commander-in-chief. For me, service is not about partisanship. It's about doing what's right to protect our country. I approve this message because I refuse to let politics split us apart. When we work together, there's no problem we can't solve.
Optimize your home with Maytag and Whirlpool appliances from Kirkish Furniture in Houghton. Maytag and Whirlpool offer best-in-class warranties on durable, state-of-the-art appliances, perfect for your laundry room or kitchen. Available in stock or online, plus free delivery and 0% financing.
direct.
Don't you ever look up at the sky and roll your eyes. You hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, good.
Mathis Court is in session.
On WZMQ CBS.
Is your parents' car sounding funny? Do you hear any clunks, rattles, squeaks, or leaks? Tell them to call John's Auto Service Department for fast, friendly, and affordable service. Come see us at John's Auto Sales and Service, Marquette.
Tonight's weather is brought to you by Shunk Furniture.
The Shunk's factory authorized custom order sale. With delivery times getting back to normal, it's a great time to have it your way, get a sale price, and get 12 months to pay. Choose from hundreds of sofas, love seats, chairs, and sectionals. All the latest styles are here. Over 3,000 fabrics and leathers to pick from. Sectionals, 50 different styles to choose from, and hundreds of configurations to fit your room. It's Shunk's factory authorized custom order sale. Shop Shunk Furniture at Marquette today.
Now, award-winning WZMQ 19 First Warning Weather with Air Stasic.
Well, it feels like sweater weather, and it feels like it looks like this, but we're not quite there. Gorgeous shot courtesy of Wandering Michigan, Michelle Lutke. You should definitely check out some of her photos from across the UP, especially in Ontonagon. Look at these lows tonight. We've got those 40s still hanging out as well as 50s. We'll see around 52. Man, this system likes to mess with me. Eagle Harbor, we're looking at a low of 51. 51 down in Escanaba, and the Sioux seeing about, 58 degrees for that low. As we make our way overnight, we could see fog here in Marquette around 1 a.m., and that's going to continue even into around 5 a.m. We've got some chances for widespread fog this evening. Here's a look at 11 o'clock as we see it increasing overnight there. Definitely the Lake Michigan coastline seeing a lot of that action, as well as the east side. And then, of course, Iron Mountain could have some reduced visibility in the morning. Eventually, a lot of that fog clearing out there around 9, 10 o'clock in the morning. Now, for the rest of our week, we've got some mild temperatures warming up a little bit on Thursday and Friday. The good news is we are also above normal as far as temperatures are concerned for this time of year. Mostly clear skies for the next couple of evenings. And again, those lows still a little bit crisp, 40s and some mid 50s as well. So a few sprinkles over on the east side there that could continue into the morning here. But this evening, it's mostly focused in Schoolcraft, Luce counties. And again, of course, Chippewa and Mackinac counties there. Maybe some stormy conditions around 7 a.m. around the bridge area, but overall we're looking at drier spots for our Wednesday. There's a good chance of seeing the aurora this evening as well as tomorrow night, especially with those clear skies. And then taking a look at our Wednesday temperatures. There it is. Eagle Harbor decided to show up along with Escanaba and Sault Ste. Marie. So we've got 60s and 50s. That fog for Marquette, if we have any, clearing out around 7, 8 o'clock in the morning. We're expecting mostly sunny skies by 3 o'clock, and those temperatures around 65 is that high we're expecting for the most part. And then we've also got Fall Fest on the way in Negaunee this weekend on Saturday. That kicks off around noon, goes until 5. Looks like beautiful conditions for cornhole, pony rides, hay rides, and a whole bunch of family fun. So make sure you check that out. And speaking of current foliage, this is what we're looking at. We've got a little bit of patchy change going on, but nothing too drastic. Again, those changes in colors usually coming in mid-October. Believe it or not, let's look at some fall fun facts. Okay, so 200,000 is the average number of leaves from an oak tree, and then 360 dry leaves equals about a pound. Now, growing up, my parents had 50 maple trees in their yard. So by that calculation, Andy, I think we raked about 2 to 7 elephants worth of leaves over the years. Your 7-day outlook is coming up in 15 minutes.
That's quite the measurement. Thank you, Air. A new downtown Manistee business is bringing state-of-the-art wellness services to the UP. LJ Aesthetic Studio is a salon and med spa. Services range from manicures and massages to laser hair removal and hydrofacials. The studio utilizes AI that analyzes clients' faces on a deeper level to detect areas of concern. It's the first studio in the Upper Peninsula to offer advanced transepidermal delivery hair restoration technology for both women and men.
It seems like since COVID,
You know, people have really been searching for ways to feel better. We designed it for everybody. Youpers can have great skin, men can have great skin. We just really want everybody to feel welcome here.
LJ Aesthetic Studio will host a grand opening for the Med Spa Wednesday evening from 5 to 7, featuring specials and demonstrations. Coming up next on Insights, we're joined by the Vice President of Friends of the Peter White Public Library to hear some of their recent updates in an upcoming book sale. That conversation is in 2 minutes.
Looking out across the UP, you know it's a place worth fighting for, but it's a balance. Protect our economy and workers and safeguard our way of life. That's why I support the Clean Water Plan to hold polluters accountable and protect our water. It's why I fought for mining and logging jobs, and I'll always stand up to my party when they're wrong. Now I'm working to make housing more affordable and make the UP energy independent, because my job is looking out for you.
Our home is a spectacular place with community events like these supported by TV19. The UP State Fair, Downtown Farmers Market, the Blueberry Festival, plus the UP 200, Wednesday Night Market, the Celebrity Art Auction, Music on 3rd Street, Baraga Block Party, the Children's Museum Culinary Journey, Myers State Games of Michigan, and the Children's Miracle Network Picnic. WZMQ 19, proud that this is home.
Attention auto workers, Kamala Harris wants to end all gas-powered cars. Crazy but true. Harris's push requiring electric only is failing big, and Michigan auto workers are paying the price. Massive layoffs already started. You could be next. President Trump's committed to protecting America's auto workers, standing up to China's unfair trade, fixing the economy, and ending inflation.
I'm Donald J. Trump, and I approve this message.
It's Boots and Knives Month at Richardson Jewelers, downtown Marquette. With the purchase of an engagement ring, you'll get your choice of a Rapid River hunting knife or a certificate to go towards a pair of Red Wing boots.
Richardson Jewelers.
You're watching WZMQ 19 News, live and local, with Kevin Hodge.
Welcome back, everyone. The Friends of the Peter White Library is holding their book sale this Thursday, and joining us tonight is the Vice President of the Friends of the Peter White Public Library, Lacey Hartzell. Lacey, thanks so much for coming on.
Thank you for inviting me.
Absolutely. So this book sale is this Thursday. What can we expect?
So starting Thursday is our Friends book sale at the library. What you can expect is tons of books donated by the community, which is awesome. I did not get a full estimate on how many books there are, but I think probably by now, with a lot of hard work from the Friends, it's already all set up. So.
All right, excellent. What kind of books are we talking about here?
Anything. There's going to be sci-fi, fantasy, kind of contemporary romance, any kind of mass market paperbacks that you're looking for, kind of whatever you have an eye on.
Sure, and you just mentioned these were donated by the community. Is that still something you guys would be willing to accept?
Absolutely.
People bringing books in, so how can they do that?
They can drop them off at the library, at the circulation desk. Please don't put them in the little bin in front of the library. It adds way too much extra work on them, but we take donations all year long.
Gotcha, all right, and obviously this is a good way to raise some money for the library. So can you tell us how much or where the money's going that'll be raised?
Certainly. So we fund a lot of extra programming for the library, anything that's not in like their discretionary spending or just not in their general budget. Stuff like the special play area in the kids' room. We fund a lot of those things. Collections for different parts of the library and a lot of the other like fun programming and stuff. So.
Sure. Can you put it into perspective for me about, how big a fundraiser or book sale, whichever word you'd like to use, how big this is?
I think in March we did our largest one yet, and it was over $7,000.
Okay.
So, and that's, you're looking at books that are $3, $2, and $1.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a ton of books that we move, and it's a huge help from the community.
Gotcha. So $1, $2, and $3
Yep.
are probably the maximum prices?
That's going to be the maximum prices. There are some special things that'll probably be priced a little differently because we do accept like art and just kind of different fun stuff too. So.
All right, gotcha. So in previous book sales, how's the turnout then?
Incredible. I usually work the Thursday night because it's the most fun. But it's so busy that there's a line of people waiting because people are very pumped to take their first peek at all the books. So.
Sure, yeah. Can you tell us maybe anything specific about how many people are coming to these at all? And what you're hoping for this one?
I don't ever have a count because I'm usually just so swamped,
Sure.
greeting people and counting up books and packing them in bags and things. But there's a really large turnout, and I don't know how to estimate how many people.
Well, it sounds like it's going to be pretty busy.
Oh yeah,
What
absolutely.
the actual number is. So when is the book sale again?
It starts Thursday at 5 p.m. It's $5 to get into the pre-sale on Thursday, but then you get first access to all the books, and it goes Friday and then Saturday as well, all day.
All right, excellent. Is there anywhere anyone can go to find out more information about the book sale coming
You can
up?
go to the Peter Witt Public Library's website and check that out. You can check all their social media as well, and there'll be additional information there too.
Excellent. All right, I think that's all the time we have today. Lacey, thank you so much for coming in.
Thanks so much.
Absolutely. And Mike Ludlum has your look at sports coming up after the break. He shows us some new traditions that formed at NMU's homecoming game last week. We'll be right back.
Are you looking for a trustworthy publishing company to publish your book?
Covenant Books is an author-friendly publisher who shares your passion and beliefs. Call us today and we'll send you a free author packet to help get you started.
Call the number right now for your free writer's guide.
Washington liberals like Kamala Harris are hurting our economy. They promote radical policies that raise taxes and increase inflation, while families in northern Michigan and the UP struggle with higher gas and food costs. Send this Marine General back to Congress. I'll keep fighting to lower taxes, cut wasteful spending, and promote policies that reduce inflation. Together, we can grow our economy and put northern Michigan and the UP first. I'm Jack Bergman, and I approve this message.
She's fair.
The only thing that matters in this particular courtroom, sir, is how I see it.
Watch Equal Justice with Judge Ebony K. Williams.
Weekdays on WZMQ CBS.
Looking for your next level in real estate? Look no further than Next Home Superior Living. Stephanie's not just any realtor. She's energetic, talented, equipped with the latest technology, and decades of experience to serve you better. At Next Home Superior Living, we're not just selling homes. We're guiding clients and customers throughout the entire transaction. That's Stephanie Jones of Next Home. Visit stephaniesells.com and let her work with you for your next home. Don't settle for ordinary. Choose Next Home Superior Living for your extraordinary real estate journey.
Unlike other health concerns, mental illness is not always easy to see.
D-E-P-R.
Mental illness doesn't show up on a scale. Bipolar? Sorting out a mental health concern takes professional diagnosis and treatment.
Anxiety. I thought so.
If you or a loved one has a mental health concern, don't go it alone. For 24-hour free and confidential information and treatment referral, call 1-800-662-HELP. Learn more at samhsa.gov/support.
I'm Rachel Knapp. Watch my reports live from Washington, only on 19 News.
Good evening, everyone. We have a surprise in the second week of the Upper Peninsula Sports Writers and Sportscasters Association high school football polls. The panel actually agreed on the top 5 teams in both the 11-player and 8-player polls. That usually doesn't happen in week 2. Let's take a look, starting with the 11-player. Menominee, all 5 first-place votes this week. Maroons are number 1, followed by Kingsford. Marquette, a tough loss to Lowell, drops down to 3rd, followed by Negaunee and Iron Mountain. In the 8-player poll, Pickford takes over from Forest Park by 1 point for the top spot, 3 first-place votes to 2. Munising a unanimous 3rd. Norway, all the 4th-place votes, and North Central picked up all the 5th-place votes. NMU celebrated its 125th year with homecoming Saturday against Alma. There was football, of course, but there were new traditions established by the Green and Gold before the game.
The Pride of the North Marching Band plays for the first time Northern Pride.
The alumni band joined the marching band as NMU professor Dr. Dwight Brady taped and former director of bands Dr. Stephen Grugan conducted the group in its new alma mater, Northern Pride. The Wildcats appeared ready, but Alma struck for the first 2 touchdowns in the first quarter. Jordan Williams here with a 3-yard run, 7 plays, 80 yards, 13-0 Alma. Moved to the second quarter, NMU had a short field. Nico Lukranen of Nagani with a gain of 8. He scored on the next play. Wildcats trailed 13-7. Up 16-7, Alma will go deep. Quarterback Carter St. John locates Marquette grad Ty Lauderman behind the defense, 78 yards on the touchdown. Scott's in front 23-7. That was a 3-play, 80-yard drive. Wildcats added a field goal, but with less than a minute to go in the half, that St. John to Lauderman combination worked again on a 5-yard pass. Alma had a 30-10 advantage at the half. Move to quarter number 3. The Wildcats added a field goal, and this 22-yard touchdown run by Nico Lukranen, that certainly gave something for Northern players, coaches, and fans reasons to cheer. Northern down 10 at 30-20. Lukranen had 9 carries for 71 yards in the game. Early in the fourth quarter, Austin Riddle of Marquette tries to run the option, but he is stripped by Jalen Dunwoody of the Scots, and Dunwoody would grab the ball and go 37 yards for the touchdown. Both teams threw touchdown passes to complete the scoring. NMU fell to 0-3 as Alma went home with a 44-27 victory. The Wildcats will be off next week in preparation for the GLIAC schedule starting Saturday, October 5th at home against Saginaw Valley State. At halftime of Saturday's game, the latest class of NMU Sports Hall of Famers was introduced. From left, wrestler Dave Iverson, longtime cross-country ski coach Sten Feldheim, and the family of basketball player Alyssa Cola DeChico. Iverson was a standout wrestler in the early 1980s. Feldheim led cross-country skiing from 1986 through 2021, earning 3 national titles. DeChico was 4th all-time leading scorer in the women's program, 1,567 points. Unable to attend were hockey player Phil Berger and swimmer Deborah Pattis Lawrence. Northern Michigan senior middle blocker Megan Meyer has been named the GLIAC Defensive Player of the Week. Meyer helped lead the Wildcats to a pair of road wins over Parkside and Purdue Northwest. She recorded 9 blocks over the weekend, including 5 solo. On the offensive side, she reached double-digit kills in both contests. The Wildcats start a 6-game home conference stand at Vanderbilt Arena when they host Davenport this Friday at 6:30. The Wildcats host Ferris State Saturday at 3:30. Michigan Tech cross-country senior Sam Lang collected the GLIAC Male Athlete Runner of the Week following his performance at the Roy Griak Invitational hosted by the University of Minnesota. Lang placed 8th overall in a field of 350 runners to help the number 26 Michigan Tech men take runner-up honors in the Joe Ryder men's maroon race. He moved up 14 spots in the final 3,000 meters. His time, 26 minutes, 16.6 seconds. Tech returns to action October 12th, traveling to Romeo, Illinois for the Lewis crossover. Ariane and Kevin will be right back.
He told us who he was.
Should abortion be punished?
There has to be some form of punishment.
Then he showed us.
For 54 years, they were trying to get Roe v. Wade terminated, and I did it, and I'm proud to have done it.
Now Donald Trump wants to go further with plans to restrict birth control, ban abortion nationwide, even monitor women's pregnancies. We know who Donald Trump is. He'll take control. We'll pay the price.
I'm Kamala Harris, and I approve this message.
When you're spending sunrise to sunset with somebody, it's impossible to ignore it.
Don't talk about me.
He's alive.
The new season of Survivor is just beginning.
Facing death has put me in a completely different mindset.
It's giving toxic clingy boyfriend.
I don't owe her an apology.
Unbelievable.
Survivor, new Wednesday at 8/7 Central on CBS and streaming on Paramount Plus.
That westerly wind. For over 30 years, I was in your living room, bringing you tomorrow's weather through tough storms and sunny days. I'm running for state representative to fight for the UP and put Peninsula over politics. Our current forecast is gloomy. Rising inflation and energy costs. People are struggling. My plan will lower the cost of energy, gas, and groceries and bring balance to Lansing. My forecast is for brighter days ahead.
Why didn't we do this last year?
Before you were preventing migraine with Qulipta?
And look at me now. You'll never truly forget migraine, but 0 migraine days are possible.
Don't take if allergic to Qulipta. Most common side effects are nausea, constipation, and sleepiness.
Qulipta, the forget you get migraine medicine.
It'll be raining cats and dogs again. Time to waterproof with Gorilla.
Waterproof with Gorilla?
Yeah!
Gorilla Waterproof Patch and Seal.
Of course.
Spray it, tape it, spread it, brush it to stop and prevent leaks. For the toughest jobs on planet Earth.
All right, conditions right now are beautiful. Get outside, enjoy that sunshine as it will be disappearing. Manistee, yes, you've got some stratus clouds hanging overhead with some possible showers. Lows tonight could dip down into the 40s, 50s for the majority of us. And Bowie, looking at you for that school day. Yes, you need to start the day with a warm jacket because those temperatures are going to be in the 40s and 50s in the morning around 7 a.m. for that bus stop. And then 3 p.m. we're heading to around 68 degrees. Here's a look at what's happening this weekend for the Alzheimer's walk. Mostly sunny skies and then those temperatures in the 60s.
All right, thanks, Air. That's all we have for now. We'll see you later tonight.